Happy Saturday, foodie friends, grain-free VIPs, and welcome to today's Slice of the Grain-Free Lifestyle episode, where our topic is, what are my options for grain-free cookouts and picnics this summer? I'm so glad you picked this topic, people, because we are here to eat safely and not miss out. Now, before we get rolling, we got to get started by building the vibes with a song. All right, you ready? Sing it with me. I am grain-free and I can do anything. You are grain-free and you can do anything. We are grain-free and we can do anything. Woo! Now, why is that so important? Because this is our food. This is our chance to eat safely. And I want 2026 to be the most delicious, grain-free, allergy-friendly summer that you have ever had. So I am coming to you live from my kitchen in Oakdale, Connecticut. Thank you, Arlene, for the sound check. I really appreciate it. As you're being notified that I'm here, would you just say hello? And if you're catching this on replay, would you use hashtag replay so I can reach out to you and thank you for spending part of your weekend with me. Okay. So, what can we eat without grains and allergens? Let's be honest, the typical cookout foods, all grains, all allergens, we feel like we can't have anything. I know. I used to feel like that too. Now, to give you an idea of what I grapple with, my allergy list is apples, almonds, bananas, beef, blueberries, cassava, corn, dairy, eggs, all grains, peas, pork, potatoes, soy, pineapple, oranges, sunflower, sweet potatoes, benzoic acid, and active yeast. And I am here to tell you that as someone who has lived without grains and those foods since 2012, I'm not here for missing out. Sister Mary Sacrifice can go preach her mission of selflessness and sacrifice somewhere else. We're not doing that. We're talking about living and eating deliciously and safely. So, we're going to talk about 3 things today. First, planning ahead of the cookout gathering get-together, having the most delicious celebration you can while you're there, and then planning for an even more delicious future. I have to believe that tomorrow is going to be more delicious than today, because when we know better, we do better, right? And so we're always learning. Okay, now, planning ahead. The first thing we're going to do is, if you are hosting, you're going to plan your menu. If you are a guest, you're going to contact your host, let them know about your food allergies, and ask about the menu. Now, I have been to cookouts before where they said, I don't know. We're serving this, and this, and the rest is potluck. Cool. I've been to cookouts before where they knew everything that was being served. Awesome. The important thing is that I tell them, here's what I can't have. Would this, and this that you have be safe for me? If you're serving a garden salad, can you please not put dressing on it? I will bring my own dressing. Why no dressing? Because salad dressing often contains what? Hidden grains, right? Hidden grains like white vinegar and modified food starch. And I am not showing up to get exposed to grains and allergens. I'm showing up to have a good time with the guests who are there, thank my host, and just relax, which means I often bring a lot of my own food, and that's okay. No one has the right to make you feel like you are infringing upon them for just eating safely. Now let's get to the good stuff. Having a delicious celebration while you're there. What foods can you enjoy without grains, without top allergens? Okay, so pretty much the same foods that you would want to have at any cookout or get together. You're just going to make them with different ingredients, okay? So, dips, chips, tacos, tortillas, mac and cheese, pasta salad, purple coleslaw, burgers, and different kinds of burgers. They don't all have to be a cheeseburger. You could do like a caprese burger. You could do a chicken parmesan burger. I love a good smoky chicken cheeseburger, and I love a barbecue cheeseburger with different cheeses. And of course, these are all without grains and top allergens. And if you have checked out my VIP recipe box, my American cheese is what I've been using on my barbecue cheeseburgers. Phenomenal. The smoky barbecue sauce with the American cheese has that wonderful creamy and sharp combination. Makes you feel like you've gone to a to a steakhouse for a burger. So good. Definitely recommend it. Cookies, brownies, right? These are all your standard cookout foods. And of course, strawberry shortcake, right? Who doesn't love a good strawberry shortcake, right? And chocolate cream pie. And if you're like, Nina, how do we do this? I want to teach you how to do this, but first I want to show you, okay? Because before you're going to cook it, you want to see it. So let's talk about rolls. I just made these this morning. I made the dough last night. I baked the rolls this morning. So these are my fluffy hamburger rolls. They contain no gluten, no grains, no dairy, no egg, no soy, no corn, no almond, no cashew, no peanut, no sesame, no lectin, no legumes, no nightshade. And so when we have our cookout this weekend, we are going to slice these in half, and these are going to be our burger rolls. These also, they have no active yeast. Amazing, right? So to get the recipe, just put rolls below so I can reach out to you. Now, I get it. It can be overwhelming. Sometimes you just want to show up and eat. But if we just show up and eat, we're going to get sick. And that's not fun. So a little bit of planning in advance goes a long way. Now, you know I don't do grains. You know I don't do dairy, no eggs, no soy, no almond, no cashew, no peanut, no sesame, no lectins, right? And so I love a good chocolate dessert. Now check this out. This is my chocolate mousse, and this is the next recipe to hit the VIP recipe box. Doesn't it look amazing? It's creamy, almost tastes like chocolate ice cream. And it has none of those ingredients in it. So what I want to communicate to you today is that any picnic cookout food that you love, we can make it without grains and allergens. And the list that I mentioned earlier, the dips, waiting for you in the VIP recipe box on my website, the mac and cheese, the pasta salad. As a matter of fact, today I am making some lectin-free pasta, and we're going to have homemade mac and cheese this weekend. It's going to be so amazing. We're having it on Monday. Strawberry shortcake trifle. Thank you so much. I see a couple people are here live with me. Drop an emoji below so I can reach out and thank you. Burgers with fluffy rolls. We can do all this without grains and allergens. And how do we do that? Well, we start with the grain-free, allergy-friendly ingredients, making sure that there's none of that. And then we use techniques to make those ingredients behave like the ingredients we're accustomed to. So what kind of techniques do we use to go from just a simple all-purpose flour to a nice fluffy burger roll? Well, we're going to use a binder. Instead of just hoping it works out, we're going to use a binder, right? And we're going to develop that binder. And how do we do that? That's what I teach in my cooking classes. And so I want to teach you to make these fluffy rolls. It's actually going to be a class coming this summer so that you can have burger rolls this summer. And I'm super excited for you to enjoy that. So you want to plan ahead. And all of this, right? Getting the menu, making your chocolate mousse, making your burger rolls, making your mac and cheese, figuring out what is there that you can enjoy. A garden salad. Maybe someone is bringing a veggie dip, and you can have the veggies, but you have to bring your own dip. Whatever it is, plan ahead so that you know what you can enjoy safely. Sometimes that planning is quick. Sometimes you can buddy up with somebody, another family maybe, that has food allergies and intolerances, and you can split that work in half, which is amazing. When you're at the celebration and you've got your fluffy rolls, awesome. You're going to want to make sure that nothing contaminates your food. So it could be, you do what I do, you bring your own grill tray so that your food is grilled on your tray and you don't have to deal with cross-contamination. It could be that you make your food ahead of time and you just heat it while you're there, whatever you are comfortable with. This is about you enjoying the celebration with your friends and your family. And if you're not having a good time, you gotta change it. Watching other people eat, no, 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 no. That is not your sport, people. We're not doing that. We don't enjoy it. It's not how we find our joy, right? Eating safely, sharing meals with our friends, and of course, who doesn't love a good brownie? Can I show you my brownies? I want to show you my brownies. These are just the last couple bites. I'm going to save these so that we can have them with vanilla ice cream. But these are brownies. There's no gluten, no grain, no dairy, no egg, no soy, no corn, no almond, no cashew, no peanut, no sesame, no nightshade. They look like brownies and they taste like brownies because they are brownies. They're just made with different ingredients. And when I first started, I really thought that I just needed to find the right recipe and it would all work out. And let me tell you, I was wrong. Because when you have multiple allergens, it's not just about the right recipe. It's about the right set of ingredients that you can work with so that you can start eating like normal. And so, in our VIP lounge meetups and in my cooking classes, I teach my VIPs how to take a limited set of ingredients and use those techniques so that the same flour that we use to make fluffy hamburger rolls is the same flour that we use to make brownies. It's the same, similar ingredients to what we're using in the chocolate mousse. So you're not wasting money on ingredients that constantly go bad. You're not constantly going to 17 different stores and dealing with a ginormous pantry of ingredients that cost way too much money where ingredients are always expiring. You're doing this in a manageable, sustainable way so that cooking doesn't have to become your second job. And if that sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and comment VIP below. So we've planned ahead. We've contacted our host, right? We know what's being served. We've prepared, we're bringing our own food, whether it's our own burger buns, our own smoky chicken cheeseburgers, whether you're bringing your own strawberry shortcake trifle. Amazing, right? And you can bring some to share, but you don't have to share everything. You are not the caterer. You are not responsible so that everyone has an allergy-friendly fare. Let them enjoy their foods. If they want to try a little bit, sure. Give them the recipe. Let them make you something next time. That's where we get into planning for a more delicious future. The more we do this, the more delicious it becomes. One of my VIPs gave me the highest compliment. She said, Nina, I don't even need to look at the recipe anymore when I make your mozzarella cheese. I know it because she does. She knows how to make that mozzarella cheese. These things, they become as natural as any other homemade recipe because you learn it. And so you develop speed at it and it becomes part of you. So as you're planning for a more delicious future, you'll be able to move forward. The recipe that today takes you 2 hours will take you an hour after you've done it 3 times, right? And you'll start to take back time and you'll start to know, I think the next time I make those rolls, I'm going to do this instead. Or I used that technique, but I'm not sure if I did it right. I'm going to try this instead. And so the more you practice, it's like anything else. The better you get at it. And other people, let's say you share brownies with someone today or this weekend at the cookout you go to, and you give them the recipe. They enjoy it. The next time you go, maybe they'll make it for you. It's been my experience that when family members and friends understand how to support you, they're more than happy to. But like I was in 2012 when I heard no grains, no dairy, no eggs. Maybe like you were when you first learned you had to avoid grains and other allergens. You kind of have that deer in headlights moment and you go, I don't know how to do this. Is there another option? Because living with protein and veggies, that is like, no. Protein and veggies, absolutely. Healthy foods. But I am not going to spend the rest of my life watching people eat burgers and pizza and cake. No. And I don't think you should have to do that either, right? There's too much of a delicious future ahead of us. And if we plan for it, we can have it. Why? Because the possibilities are endless when you break a recipe. So just a quick little recap. All right, you're going to plan ahead. You're going to contact your host. You're going to find out about the menu. You're going to plan for what you want at that cookout or get together. There is no wrong way to do it. If you want mac and cheese, bring it. Okay? If you want pizza, bring it. If they're serving brownies and you're not a brownie lover, skip the brownies. But make sure that you have what you need so that you can enjoy the party and not feel like you're missing out. Because it's when you start to feel like you're missing out that the temptation creeps in and says, well, maybe I could just have one. Maybe it won't be so bad. And if you've done that before, I have. Oh, yeah. It is that bad. And it takes weeks for your body to clear your system and to feel like yourself again. And I don't want to do that. And I don't want you to be in that situation either. I want you to be in a place where you can eat safely, right? Where you can feel like you had the best time, that you didn't feel limited, right? And so that you get to enjoy the celebration. And maybe while you're there, if you see a food that you haven't been able to add back to your table, put that on your plan for a more delicious future. And then you're going to contact me. Use my calendar link below and say, Nina, I saw this at a cookout and I really want to enjoy that. Let's make a plan to break the recipe. Hey, Lorianne, I'm so glad you're here live with me. Right, so let's make that plan to break the recipe together. Use my calendar link, and together we will transform the impossible into reality. All right, I'm singing us out here. You ready? I am grain-free and I can do anything. You are grain-free and you can do anything. We are grain-free and we can do anything. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. I wish you the most delicious grain-free weekend you've ever had. I believe you can do this because the possibilities are endless when you break a recipe. Have an amazing weekend, and thank you for joining me.